Hello dear students. In the previous class we learned about some of the animals and their special features which help them to move from one place to another or to move their body. Today we will learn about two more types of animals or creatures. The first one is an insect which is a cockroach. Okay. Have you seen a cockroach? Yes, what is special about the body of the cockroach, you know? Its body is covered with a hard, tough outer covering. That is, a cockroach has its skeleton outside the body. That is, it has an exoskeleton. Okay. The skeleton of the cockroach is called exoskeleton because it is outside the body. It provides protection to all the internal organs of the cockroach and also attaches to the muscles. And this skeleton is made up of small units. If you see, here is the head portion, here is the middle portion, and here the tail portion. Okay. And these units are joined together. And with this joints, it is able to move. Now, one more speciality of the cockroach is that it can move on the ground as well as it can fly. Means two types of movements are possible. Now, if you see the cockroach, next time when you see a cockroach, observe it carefully. It has, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs are there. Okay. And on each side of the body it has three legs, right? So total it has got 6 legs. These cockroaches, they move on the ground with the help of these legs. They walk with the help of these legs. And if you see the legs also, here it has got, see, it is parts are there, means different parts are there in the legs also. Each leg of a cockroach consists of very stiff hollow tubes. They are stiff at the same time hollow and they are joined together. These legs of the cockroach can be moved very easily with the help of the muscles. And these muscles which move the legs of cockroach are also attached to the skeleton. Okay. So, muscles bend the legs wherever it is needed. Extension means these muscles help the legs to bend or straighten according to the need of the cockroach, whether it wants to walk by moving the legs. Whenever it wants to walk on the ground, they use this, and otherwise they fold it and keep. Okay. The cockroach also has 2 pairs of wings. It is attached to the breast portion with the help of flight muscles. Now, whenever the cockroach is flying in the air, what the wings will do? They move these wings up and down, that is flapping the wings with the help of flight muscles. And when the wings of the cockroach move down, what they do? They push the air downward and then backward. So, the body is able to move. Down push on the air lift the cockroach. When the air is pushed downwards, the cockroach is able to lift the body. Okay. And when it pushes the air backward, it helps the body to move forward. When the air is pushed backward, the body moves forward. Okay. So, the cockroaches, they use their legs for moving on the ground and their wings to fly in the air. the cockroaches also have a pair of antenna. You see feelers. Here one feeler and here another feeler. This will help them to check for food also, for any obstacles also. Okay. So they have wings which are folded here. They have legs also. Now you might have seen many types of birds: sparrows, crows, pigeons, parrot, okay, also eagles, hen, duck, peacocks. Okay, these are all different types of birds. Now if you observe them carefully, you will come to know some of the birds, they walk on the ground. Some of them, most of the time, they spend on the trees, and some of them they fly very high. Okay. For example, if you take ducks and swan, what they do, they will be mostly seen in the water. They like to swim in water. So there are different categories of animals. Some of them in water, some of them they stay on the trees, some of them they like to walk on the ground, and some of them they like to fly. So when the birds walk on the ground, they use their hind legs, hind limbs. Hind limbs means their legs. Okay. Those birds which swim in water, what they do, they are able to swim in water by pushing that water with the hind limbs, again with the legs. And they have a special type of feet, the feet on which you have learned it in 4th standard and 5th standard. They have webbed feet, means their fingers, their toes will be joined with a very thin membrane. Okay, so the webbed feet will help them to swim in water. And the birds which fly, they have some special features. Here you can see a bird's skeleton is shown. Okay. So the skeleton, if you check, you can see very less bones are there, and all these bones are hollow bones. Hollow bones means inside the bone there is no heavy material, it will be airy. Okay. So the birds can fly their body, lift their body and fly very easily because they have hollow bones. So they won't feel that weight. Now there are some special features or some adaptations which have been made in the bodies of birds by the nature itself, by when they are created by the God, or when by the nature itself. There are some special features in their body. What are those features? Let us see. Their 4 limbs, that is where we have hands and 2 legs. Okay. So, but for birds they have only 2 legs, no hands are there. So, these hands are modified to form wings. Can you see here? This is actually its 4 limbs. Okay, actually it is their 4 limbs which is modified into sorry, it is modified to form wings, and these wings help them to fly. Now they have different types of feathers also. Some feathers help them to keep them warm. Okay, some feathers cover the body and some feathers help them to fly. This also you have learned in the lower class. Now which type of feathers help them to fly? The feathers which help them to fly are called flight feathers, and they have a speciality. They are flat, little bit flat and light, but they are very strong. Compared to the body feather and down feather, the flight feathers are strong. Okay, and little larger in size, flat also, but they are very light. Okay. Their bones are hollow and light. Their bones are also very light in weight. It is hollow, means inside air is there. So that because of that air, they are able to fly easily. Their bodies are streamlined. Streamlined means, you see, here this front portion will be thin, like fish body, how it will be. It will be thin in the front and then little broad and then again thin. Similarly, the birds also, here it is thin, then this part it will be little broad and towards the tail it will be thin. So such type of body is called streamlined body, just like a boat. How is the boat? In the front and at the back it will be pointed, V-shaped, and in the center, middle, it will be broad. Such body shape is called streamlined, and very light, that is extremely light body they have. Okay, and their muscles, the flight muscles are there. The muscles which are attached to the forelimbs, they are very strong. So they help them to flap their wings and fly continuously if needed. Their breastbone, where is the breastbone? Near where it is, in the center port here. The breastbone, this bone is called the breastbone. Okay, it is attachment of large flight muscle. It will be attached to flight muscles. Okay, and then because of these special features, the birds are able to manage flying high. Also, they can walk on the ground. Depending upon where they stay, their toes, these toes will be different. Okay. Now, birds fly by constant flapping. Whenever they want to fly, what they do, you please observe. Next time when you see a bird flying, what are they doing? You see, they will be constantly moving their wings up and down. They will move. That is called flapping of their wings. Okay. Actually, the muscles for flying, in birds, what happened? The muscles for flying the wings. Muscles help which muscles? The flight muscles. They help the wings to flap easily. One pair of muscles will pull the wings down, and the other pair of the muscle will pull it up. So one will pull down and one will push it down. So again here there are two muscles which are needed for movement of the body. And when the bird moves its wings down, it is called downstroke, and when it moves up, it is called upstroke. Okay, so they move the wings up and down, that is called flapping. By flapping the wings, they move easily, that is called they fly easily in the air. The birds move their wings up and down by actually what they are doing, the muscles rapidly, means fast, very fast, they contract the body and relax it. I mean, the muscles will contract and relax very quickly, which makes the flapping of wings easy, or which help in the flapping of the wings. So these are different types of animals. Now we covered almost all types of animals and their movement, how their body parts help them to move, and what are the special features that help them there to move. Okay. Now there are some birds which they don't fly at all, they move on the ground, like peacock and all, very less. Nowadays we can see peacock also flying to the top of the house and all, but usually peacock, ostrich, emu and all, they don't fly high. Emu and ostrich, they don't fly at all. Peacock, you can see to the top of the tree, they can fly till that, very less height they fly. Their bodies are little heavy Also they have lots of feathers which is little heavy for them, so they are not able to fly like kites or crow or any such common birds that you can see flying on the air. And if you observe the ducks and swan, next time you see a duck, you observe its legs. Observe the feet of the ducks and swan. They are webbed. Webbed means their toes are joined with a very thin membrane which help them to move easily in water. So these are all different types of movement. So in this chapter we learned about the system of body which help to move the body. Okay, that is body movement, which systems help us to move the body. We learned about the different parts of skeleton system, and then we learned about how the muscles help the body to move, and then we also learned movement, different types of movement in human beings as well as in different types of animals. That's all for today. Thank you.